I had to get myself together and finish this short film. I started by reshooting the Kylo Ren chamber scene. I didn't borrow the red camera, I just used my beloved GH4. I wanted to keep everything as simple as possible, so it was only me and Andreas, and we shot the scene in Andreas' garage. When I wrote the script, there was no information at all about Star Wars Episode 7 The Last Jedi. Now, when it was out, I thought it would be cool to have a flashback when Luke confronts Ben Solo from The Last Jedi, so we shot that scene in Andreas' garage as well. When we shot that scene, we had help from his 3-year-old son, so we couldn't have made the scene without him. When I had created all the 2D effects and around 10 shots for Drosy, I couldn't work anymore, because I wasn't skilled enough to animate Drosy. I was scrolling through the timeline for maybe 1-2 weeks and I just stared at the project. I was stuck. I decided I had to do something to finish this project, so I contacted a very skilled Blender animator named Florian and asked if he could help me out with the Drosy animations. Florian said he could help me, and I was so happy for that. He could start working with the Drosy animations 2 weeks after I contacted him, the 14th of December of 2019. Then I got an email from him the 17th of December. He couldn't start working with the project until the 1st of February. No, not again, okay? Wait, I will change the music and everything will feel better. You see? Let's continue. His client at that point needed some extra shot, so he had to work with that project for 2 more weeks. He also told me that he and his wife was expecting a baby in Mars, so he had to take all the bigger jobs which generated more money before he could start working with Drosy. I totally understand that, so while I was waiting for him, I started with my next video, a Minecraft concept trailer, and I also started with this behind the scenes video. At this point, when I couldn't work anything more with my main short film, Marvel had released a comic called Supreme Leader Snoke. There were a sequence I really liked in the comic, and I thought it would fit good in the flashback sequences in my film. I also thought that true Star Wars fans would really appreciate it. But I didn't have any Snoke mask. I thought the production value would increase a lot if I had a realistic Snoke mask, because we couldn't make him in the computer. It would take too long and cost too much. I contacted a few mask creating companies, but to be honest, some of them was just so rude, treating me like a child because I created Pokémon videos on YouTube. Then I found a company called O'Neill FX Studios, and when the owner say things like this:
I make monsters for haunted attractions and movies and collectors, and I also help people who have ideas for these masks, bring them to life. Pretty much anything that comes along that's within my sculptural range is something I can do, and as we like to say here, yes, we can do that, and then we figure out how.
I knew this was the right guy for the work. He sounded really nice and he seemed to have a passion for creating masks. I talked to the owner, Jeremy O'Neill himself, and he was really nice and he really wanted to create a Snoke mask. He started to create the mask and he sent me updates throughout the whole process. So here is the Snoke mask and it looks incredible, and I really like this part, so it's not just, you know, the head, so you can see this as well. And it's made of silicone, and that's really good because when you put it on and when you're talking, you know, the mouth is moving, and you know, when you're doing things like this, you know, the neck is following along as well. It's extremely cool and I am so impressed by it. Another very cool thing is that you can order a mask that looks exactly like this, because Jeremy O'Neill, the guy who created this mask, he made like a base sculpt, and if you go to his website and order, you know, a Snoke mask, he's going to use the same sculpt. So yeah, if you order one, it will look exactly like this one. But there is a few things you can do, like if you want eyebrows, you can talk to him and he will fix that. Or if you want like a different flesh tone or skin tone, you know, just talk to him and he can fix that for you. And this is not sponsored or anything. I have paid full price for it, but I just want to promote him because I think it looks amazing and he is such a nice dude. And the cool thing about O'Neill FX Studios is they are not just creating horror masks or Halloween masks and stuff like that. You can also order, you know, other masks as well that is not, you know, zombies and horror and stuff like that. So that is really cool. So I think you should go and check out his website if you want masks. Now continue with the behind the scenes video. Now when I finally received the mask, after it had been missent to Sydney instead of Sweden, I could finally shoot the scene with the Snoke mask. I think this was the hardest scene to shoot. It was only me, Andreas and my dad on set. Andreas played Snoke and I played Kylo Ren, and my dad, he pressed the record button. It was really dark in the end, so it was really hard to set up the lights. I couldn't find any good way to light the scene, but in the end I think it turned out okay. My dad or Andreas does not have so much knowledge when it comes to filmmaking. They can't even put up a tripod, so it was really hard to do everything by myself with the Kylo Ren costume on, and it was wet in the forest and in the cave, and it was so dark in the end, so it was so hard to see what I was doing, but like I said, I think it turned out okay. For this Snoke scene, we used the same place as the Kylo Ren cave scene from the flashbacks. I don't think you will notice that it's the same place when you see the short film. And we used the same place just because I couldn't find any better place that looked like Dagobah. This is what you will see next time.